As John mentioned, I am very much in mourning. I got
man.
me all day. This is my Marcus Smart box of cereal. It's been with me all day.
Damn. Forgot about those.
Is it empty or is there cereal in there?
The first box is empty. This is the second box. The second box,
okay.
That's the one you don't open. There you go.
Yeah, this is the one I did not open. The other one I just smashed through that today.
Have you talked to him,
did it today?
What's that?
You did it today?
You talked to him?
Yes, after midnight, as a matter of fact.
You watching some smart highlights?
You know what, man?
We're waiting to see, of course, too, that trade go through officially.
Yeah. It's just I get it. I absolutely get it. And if you'd have told me that you could get Kristaps Porzingis and 2 first-round picks for Marcus Smart, I'd do the deal. And I love him. I would do that deal.
It's just a last-minute swap, right? That just really shook things up.
It was. I mean, they want, but it speaks to how badly they know they needed Kristaps Porzingis. They watched. They were, they had front row seat to the playoffs last year, and they saw the same thing that we did. That you need to have another stretch big. Al is all you had. No disrespect to your guy Luke. No disrespect to Muscala.
There's
still here, by the way.
A little bit, but all right.
Yeah,
he survived.
Yeah, but I get it. I get it. I hate the fact that he's gone. I hate the fact that now Memphis is basically we may see Tony Allen 2.0 in Memphis.
Yo, I was thinking the same thing. Yep.
Because
yeah,
I mean,
you're gonna love him down there.
And he gets a 25-game start to be their starting point guard.
Yeah, that's true. Well, let me ask you this: I said this in the last time we went live. Does it get better than this in terms of this type of front?
You guys like Whitehead a lot, right?
The frame is gone.
Here comes John.
Damn it!
Bad news, John.
Is that Brooklyn?
Yep.
Damn it!
Wow, 2 great picks back.
Clowney and Whitehead. Boom, boom. Nets.
Yeah.
And they have experience with this. If you'll remember back in the day,
give me Murray.
Karis LeVert to Brooklyn. A huge medical red flag out of Michigan. And ended up being a sensational pick. I forget what exactly his injury concern was, but something lower body too. And Whitehead, of course, the foot surgery this month, the second foot surgery, scared teams off from his former lottery level status. So you get a guy who's
not Bobby. He would have been top 5 if not for those injuries. I mean, this was a McDonald's All-American MVP, one of the number 2, number 3 player in the country. This was damn it.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Damn it. That was going to be such a great pick at 25.
Murray's still there then. Murray's still there. But no, Sherrod, I was going to say real quick, the return for Marcus Smart, right? And that kind of structured deal, 3-team deal, it doesn't get better than that, right? A 20-plus point scorer coming off his best season, one of the best seasons of his career. He's 27. Yeah, his injury history, it's checkered. You got checkered past, but I mean, you take the dice. You roll the dice on a guy like this, right?
Well, here's what you got to keep in mind. First and foremost, the Celtics are maybe one of the more experienced teams in load management. So right then and there, you've got a framework that can allow him to, from a health standpoint, be okay. Number 2, he's not going to be the main option or the number 2. Hell, he may not even be the number 3, depending on how Malcolm Brogdon takes this vacuum of minutes that the Celtics now have available with Marcus Smart in the mix. So at best, he's the number 3 option, which means that the pressure that he would normally feel that he's felt other places, it ain't going to be there anymore. Yeah. It's just not going to be there anymore. So I think for him, it's going to be a much more seamless transition than I think it would have been if he were going to be the number 2 guy or the number 1 guy. And for the Celtics, this is a significant upgrade for that number 3 hole. Because it was number 3 by committee.
By committee, yeah.
There wasn't a clear number 3. Who's your third best player? He has the skill set to be your number 3 player. And a 7'3" 3-point shooter. Only guy who shot better from 3-point range, 7 feet and taller, was Lauri Markkanen. So he's that good a player. And yes, he's had the injury history, and I get that. And the Celtics definitely need to be concerned about that. But I don't think it's going to be an issue simply because of the load management that he'll be asked to carry won't be what it's been elsewhere.
CLNS Media's Celtics coverage is brought to you by FanDuel. New customers get a no-sweat first bet up to $1,000. That's bonus bets back if your first bet doesn't win.
My take on the whole last 24 hours?
Yeah, the Marcus Smart trade, and
Yeah, I have a lot of thoughts. I mean, I don't know if any
what's
of
your
them.
take on the newest Celtic before the newest Celtic is selected in a few minutes here?
Right. So, like everybody, I think our heads were kind of spinning a little bit all day today. Sherrod, he dealt with it by just going ham on some cereal. I totally appreciate that.
Those look bomb too, man.
I totally understand where he's coming
This has been with me all day.
Yeah. We all know Marcus Smart, and it's so interesting because Marcus Smart has been such a polarizing player on this team where the reactions have been so extreme one way or the other. Like I got a tweet from one person saying the Celtics just, made the biggest mistake, in X amount of years. They got rid of the heart and soul of the team. They got rid of the only guy who cares. He's a winner and all that stuff. And then we got other guys.
It sounds like Nick, but
somebody else will say good riddance. You know what I mean? So it's pretty rare to have those two opposite ends of the spectrum. And I'm probably somewhere in the middle, which is not interesting. But what I'll say is this. If you're a diehard Celtics fan, and I think a lot of people who are watching this show probably are, you definitely felt something today. You felt a certain type of way about hearing that Marcus Smart was traded. And so that's because you've probably been a fan before he was drafted. You followed his career. You understand his growth with the organization, the way he embraced the team, the city, all the stuff he's done off the court, whether it's, Children's Hospital.
Chris Murray off the board.
Murray off the board.
Damn.
Of course, Whitehead and Murray back to back, the two guys.
There's a tribe deep to left. No, but that's kind of how you feel that way.
I hate you, Jimmy. I hate you. I hate you so much.
That was pretty good.
No, but let me just finish real quick and then we can get back to the draft. That's how you're feeling right now. That's why you feel the way you do. Marcus Smart, talent-wise, we saw, I think, the best version of Marcus Smart that we're ever going to see. He won Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago. This year, I think he's, dealt with a couple things, and he is who he is. But what he gives you in effort and heart and desire to play hard and his backbone and his willingness to fight is something that Celtics fans
guys,
like. Yeah.
Two picks to go.
I'll see you guys.
No. We're going to do a lot of smart talk on the back end. We got 2 picks to go. What do you guys like?